video. Now that you heard that, you have my attention. What's up? I'm gonna one-try this video because I don't feel like editing this. I'm gonna put you on all the sauce, all the game, real quick. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, for these like Sky type beats, I like keeping the BPM at like 145 is probably my favorite for these. 145 and 142 are great. Low-key my BPMs though, so don't steal them. People like Gyro, I know really like 146. 146 is like fine, but I like 145 more. 147 is good, but it's kind of fast for these things. So I'll just play, I guess, the melody first, so you can hear what it sounds like alone, and then I'll just break it down real quick. This is gonna be like a melody breakdown too, because that's like probably the hardest part of something like this. That's to all you haters. You know, everybody says I'm like the crazy drum guy, and I can do crazy drums, but like I can do melodies too. Trust. I just don't have plugins and VSTs because I don't want to buy that. Shout out to Musco for this kit because this makes me not have to buy anything. All right, so I'll do this is just a hit. It's really quiet. There's like basically no low end in this beat at all on like the melodies. And even on the ones that there are, I just took it out so I can make the 808 kind of go crazy. But yeah, I just have a hit. It's from Musco's kit. Everything in this is from Musco's kit. Like, if it's that one from last year that has like all the one-shots in it. I just have that instead of buying one. So, next. I literally just I just did 2 straight, like, C-sharp chords here, and then just arpeggiated it with the option A, and like messed around with it, and then added some more of these breaks, like with other notes to make it sound good, but it's an easy trick if you don't want to like make arpeggios yourself, or like cheat and use Hive and use arpeggios. Just if you're making them yourself, do that. Another, this is a synth, but it's really high, so it's just to low-key repeat. Yeah. This is like a mallet. These kind of like make the beat. You don't hear it at first, but this is like the best part of this beat. I'm doing this remake too because people are asking me about melodies because people always like, you know, want my drums for stuff, but I'm doing a melody breakdown too for Sky beats because a lot of people, I don't see a lot of people doing like these type of melodies. Like there's a lot of these kind of like bouncy, I don't know if you've heard Justin Bieber by Osamason, these kind of like really textured melodies that don't have like a ton of, they're just like really bouncy. I don't know, like Gyro and Sky kind of, like me and some Dream League people kind of have stuff like this a lot. I'm just showing you guys how to actually do it, or like what it looks like even. So next, this is just another ARP, I made it. I think you can just get Hive and like get stuff like this already in it, but if you don't, you can just make it yourself. Just put chords and then arpeggiate it. It's pretty easy. Doesn't take that long. Alright, next. This is literally from the song Just For It. These are like a bubble texture. And I just have a one-shot for it. This is a cool ARP texture. A lot of like Draco producers, like now, like Sky especially, like use these in their beats just to add a lot of texture to it. These are cool. I like these. It didn't used to be like that for like kind of parsley songs. Like now people use these. This is kind of what makes the whole song. Just Oregon for more texture. I'm actually gonna play each pattern like as I do this, so you can hear the mixing, how loud it is, because you'll see like these beats that have like 60 layers, and then you'll only be able to hear like 5 melodies, and you'll just like see like they'll click play in the tutorial and that will like you can't even hear the melody that they're playing, it just shows it's playing. So I'm gonna play the pattern a lot so you can actually like hear the mixing on it for the volume. Some more of these. When you need like more bounce to it, or your beat sounds kind of funky, you just add these like simple one note textures like this. This is a cool lead. From Moscow States too, I think. That's what the melody sounds like. Drums, obviously this is kind of what I'm known for. Like, this doesn't really sound like drums I'd normally make though. Like I'll do my next video, I'll record right after this, I'll do like drums that you guys would actually know me for, but I can kind of do any drums. So these are what these sound like. Okay, I'll just do each one and then show you the mixing on it. There's like barely anything for mixing on this. People always ask me about my like mixing on drums. They're like, oh my god, like what mixing do you like? What does your mixing look like? How does this sound so clean? I don't individually put anything on the samples. It's just like on the master usually, except for like the hi-hat, or except for like the. It's actually not true. Sometimes I make like the claps and hi-hat high end louder, and then the 808 I usually boost the low end if it's not like a new sample. But I'll start with that. I do a lot of like 10 bar or 9 bar hi-hat patterns. I don't know why, I just like doing this. I don't like them to repeat to like every 5 bars. I like to make it a full 9 bar. From Moscow's kit. This is probably this is from Misogi's drum kit. This is like my favorite hi-hat ever. Probably. It's from last year. It's just so clean. From this kit too. I have my own like samples of these like tweaked a little bit, and like from our Dream League stuff, but I like don't know where they are, and I moved them, so I'm just having to use these. But rim, obviously, and like I use a lot of rims in my beats. Rims sound really good with these like 2-step hi-hat patterns. I never use 2-step hi-hat patterns that often. I usually use these 1-steps with like breaks and rolls a lot of the times. Obviously, a lot of different people do, but like I did for this, because sometimes for these Skai beats, you can like even like my beats. Honestly, at this point, like these 2-steps with rolls could sound pretty good with like the right drums. Bongos and like rims sound really good with these free game, but I'll do the 808 last. Chants. I use chants in literally every single beat I make. Mostly just the Ray chant. This one, and there's like a shorter one that I like more. Mexico, like a room shot. This is like a plug and beat room shot. This is like a scrolled sample from like 2017, but it's fire. I like it. I'm like the only person I know that uses these like Mexico perks and these kind of beats, but I like them. Like bubble effects. I use like zaps and bubble effects a lot, and like percussion. It makes it really bouncier. That's kind of how I have some of the stuff I do. Snare roll that plays over like 808. I keep my 808s pretty simple notes usually. Nothing like all over the place. on the 808 because it was pretty weak on this sample. The sample's like it's like an EDM 808 or like EDM kick, and it doesn't have a lot of like low end on it, so I just put more on. And then I took the low end out of all the samples as well. So like every single one of these that has low end I took out, otherwise it sounds super muddy when you play with your 808 because they're just like clashing. That's what like industry producers talk about a lot. That's what they mean. You have to like take the low end out of these with like an EQ, otherwise it'll sound really muddy because the 808 is right here and then they'll all just be at the same spot. Master, obviously like asking about how my drums sound the way they do usually, like the song does, how it's like so crunchy but you can still hear it. A limiter is probably the reason why for the most part, and then mixing all the volumes pretty well. I like to just put a limiter on and put the ceiling all the way up and then just mess around with that. And then MoMA like, it's weird, it sounds good for the hi-hats, but that's like it. If it's like super chopped with how the like mix sounds after, I can put in a compressor and that usually makes it sound really good, but it's like fine the way it is. But yeah, that's how I made this. If I put the video on my YouTube, I might just do one. I might low-key just do one that has like a loop in it that I use or something, and then just show the drum breakdown because that's what people ask me about the most. So I'll probably just post a drum breakdown right after this. All right, peace.